Okay, good morning everybody. David here again with another video for today. I haven't purchased any silver in the last few days, but seeing as how it's now been 1 month since I have started collecting silver, started my stacking journey and making videos, I thought that I would share with everybody what I've learned in my month, what I've managed to stack in my month, and share that information with other people who are also starting out on their stacking journey, I guess you would want to call it. So for me, I live in Canada. I started watching stacking videos. I started watching people like Silver Dragons, Yankee Stacking, and the Silver Slayer. I find their videos fascinating when they come out and they show their unboxing videos and they've just pulled out, 10 or 20 or 100 ounces. The other day I saw somebody come up with, $10,000 worth of silver that he unboxed, which is pretty impressive. I mean, I'm not anywhere near at that stage yet in my stacking career. I've managed to, in 1 month, by going to local shops in my neighborhood, I've managed to pick up 31 ounces this month, which I think is pretty good. I used a couple $100 each week left over from my paychecks, and I bought a little bit at a time. In one shop, I bought 3 ounces. In another shop, I bought 6 ounces. I purchased my very first, my very first silver purchase was made from APMEX online. And like I've said before in other videos, I found that the shipping killed me. I've since called a bunch of other online bullion retailers and discovered that shipping to Canada is apparently very difficult. So places like APMEX charge a $39 US flat fee for shipping. Doesn't matter how much I order. If I order 10 ounces, if I order 100 ounces. Places like Golden Eagle don't ship to Canada. JM Bullion doesn't ship to Canada. I talked to the lady yesterday from Money Metals Exchange, and they charge a $50 flat rate fee to Canada. They said that they have a very difficult time getting it across the border. I have, however, seen a video of another YouTuber that he gets them to write on his package 999 Bullion Excise 123-1, which I guess in Canada we don't have to pay import taxes on silver, but unless it's labeled properly, then it gets held up your package will get held up at the border, and then you have to pay an import fee. So far, the one order that I've done with APMEX, I haven't had to pay that import fee, but I'm not sure if I want to take that chance. So my strategy has been to go every week when I get paid. I stop off at the local pawn shops, the mom and pop jewelry stores, and I've started looking on Kijiji, but what I've noticed on Kijiji is that people sell, their generics. In the videos that I've watched, people are like, oh, get generics because, they're much cheaper. And when you buy and sell generics, they offer you spot or just maybe a little bit over spot. So I've offered, what I felt was reasonable for a generic coin. And they're charging $30 Canadian, which works out to roughly $25 or $26 American for a generic coin, which, I mean, you can find generic coins at APMEX that are brand new for $19 US. So I didn't really think that is a fair price. I've also seen videos that are fairly interesting where people were talking about, should I wear gloves? Should I not wear gloves? I currently don't wear gloves. I'd kind of like to hear your comments after this video on whether you think that gloves are important or not important. I don't really have anything other than standard government issued coins or, basic generics. I mean, so far I have a couple Barbados coins, which I find fascinating. I've bought one Britannia, which is right here. I have one Britannia. I've purchased one Krugerrand because I also thought that that was interesting. So there's my one Krugerrand from 2019. I have one Kangaroo right here. One Kangaroo. I found a lot of Canadian maples. So I have 6 Canadian maples, which are right down here at the bottom. And I found this really neat Scotiabank bar at a pawn shop. And then I have, what else is interesting? I managed to find this one, which was from Slovenia. Give that a second to focus. It's from Slovenia. That one's pretty cool. So for me, most part, I'm not going to bother with paying expensive prices for collector coins. That's not really my thing. I think, like other people have mentioned, I'm just going to be stacking for the silver content and then trying to find some nice pieces that I find really interesting. I saw the other day the flying fish from Barbados, which is beautiful. And I also saw a couple from the Cayman Islands and from Fiji that I think are very nice. So I'm probably going to try to pick those up also. It's coming along pretty good. I'm going to continue to buy a little bit at a time. And as stated before, silver stacking is a brand new hobby for me. Before, I saw a video of people asking about what their previous hobbies were. For me, I used to buy Hot Wheels. So I was a Hot Wheels collector, Hot Wheels Redlines. I have many Hot Wheels. I specifically collected from the late 60s and early 70s, the Spectraflame Hot Wheels. I did my research and I had books. I've been collecting since I was a kid. I went to the Hot Wheels and toy shows, and I found that very interesting. However, as you have a collection for a long time, sometimes it's time for a change. And so now I've decided to delve into the world of silver. I think silver is very interesting. I'd like to hear your comments and why you got started in silver also. Anything that would help me in my journey, I am open to all suggestions. I'm learning, as everybody else is on here. And I would also like to show my one piece of gold. I found this in my drawer. It's kind of interesting. I must have bought this a long time ago. This is 1 gram of gold from the Istanbul in Turkey. I used to buy a lot of Hot Wheels off eBay, and I'm sure that one night while I was trying to find Hot Wheels, I probably found this and I thought it was really interesting and I bought it. This must have been at least 10-15 years ago. And it's been sitting in my drawer ever since. So I just wanted to show that also. That is the only piece of gold that I own. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for watching again. If you like what you see, hit the like button. And I'm going to continue to post videos every time I purchase more silver. Thank you very much for watching.